With effect from August 1, 2020, collaterals in the form of securities can be accepted by the stockbrokers in the form of margin pledge created on securities held in the client's account. Instruction to create the margin pledge can be given by the client or by the person holding the power of attorney in physical form or electronically through speedy. Such margin pledge can be created in favor of a specifically designated Demat account of the stockbroker. Now, block mechanism is also prevailing in the market and you all must have heard about it. So let's understand few key points. What is this block mechanism in Demat account? SEBI has come up with a mechanism that whenever a client is intending to make a sale transaction, shares will be blocked in her or his Demat account in favor of the clearing corporation. This mechanism is effective from 1st August 2021. If sale transaction is not executed, then what will happen? Share will continue to remain in the account of the client and will be unblocked on the end of the T day, that is the trade day. Thus, this mechanism actually helps in doing away with the movement of the physical shares from client's account to the broker's account. The securities lying in the client's Demat account will be blocked either by the client himself, like through the depository online system or EDIS system, or by giving a physical DIS. Depositories may keep block on the securities in respect of intra or inter-depository transfer till the paying day. The blocked securities will be transferred only after checking against the client level obligations through the clearing corporation. Depositories will provide all the details like the unique client code, trading member code, exchange ID, etc. to the clearing corporation for the EPI benefit, early paying benefit. CC will match the client level net obligations. If the obligation is there, then the client account will be debited. If there is no obligation, then on the end of the T1 day, that is trade day, the securities will be unblocked. Now, how is the unblocking system happens? So after receiving the client level net obligation on the T day, what CC does and the depository does, they do a matching, and on the base of the unmatched records, the CC shall upload the cancellation of blocked instruction on the T day so that the securities are unblocked and become free in the client's account on the T day itself. Broker or client shall not be allowed to unblock the securities if the EPI benefit is provided by the CC to the client. Margining of trades. So when the client intends to block the security for a sale transaction, shares will remain blocked in favor of the CC. If the securities are blocked in favor of CC, then all the margin would deem to have been collected and penalty for short or non-collection of margin, including other margin, shall not arise. Blocking shall be on the time basis. Then it would remain, order is not executed by the end of the T day, the block shall be released. Now let's understand 5 ways to measure the risk of an investment. So there are certain terminology that we use to measure the risk. Let's understand. First is alpha. Alpha is a measure of investment performance that factors in the risk associated with the specific security or portfolio rather than the overall market or the correlated benchmark. Beta. Beta is the statistical measure of the relative volatility of a security, such as a stock or a mutual fund, compared to the market as a whole. R squared. R squared, that we call as R2, quantifies how much of a fund's performance can be attributed to the performance of a benchmark index. Sharpe ratio. The Sharpe ratio is a tool of measuring how well the return of an investment reward the investor given the amount of the risk taken. Standard deviation. Standard deviation is a measure of investment risk that looks at how much an investment's return has fluctuated from its own longer-term average. Higher standard deviation typically indicates greater volatility, but not necessarily greater risk. As a prudent investor, as an aware investor, you need to make sure certain points are well followed by you. What are they? Let's discuss. Do not fall prey to the stock tips, hot pics, etc. circulated on the social media like Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, and all that. So as a prudent investor, always consult a SEBI registered intermediary or an advisor before making any investment. Second point, which is really important, is that do not fall prey of any Ponzi scheme, unregistered collective investment scheme, or any other scheme which promises unsolicited or unrealistic returns. Now, SEBI's mobile app for investor education is available. You can download that app. SEBI has named it as a Sathi app, which is available on the Play Store. Also, there is an app available for this app for lodging your complaints. So you can see on the screen that there is a Scores app login, and here is the home page. When you sign in, you will be able to see an option called the Register Complaint. When you register for a complaint, you have to enter certain points like your name, your address, your city, and to whom you want to make a complaint. They're like listed listed companies, brokers, stock exchanges, depository participants, and other entities. So you need to make a choice against whom you want to make that complaint. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much for your patient listening. I hope this presentation was useful to you, and thank you so much.